Greetings again, friends. Well, I hope that you are enjoying this channel. And before we get started, make sure you have subscribed to this channel. So go and subscribe and make sure you hit the notification bell so you'll be ready. And I have an interesting subject to discuss this time. Now, as I was studying for this video, I'm thinking of several things that need to come out. So I'll probably split this up into other videos that describe this. But today's video will be the danger of jealousy. Now, you should go back and look at the one I did last time because it was about the danger of freedom. And you may even want to go back and look at what has become like a danger series and the one I did about the danger of honor. But in thinking about this danger of jealousy, many things came to mind. And I'm just trying to sort those through in what I think would be the best to teach and what can help us all to learn. Now, there are certainly dangers in everything that we must understand, pitfalls that we can fall into because of our sinful heart. We know Jeremiah 17:9 says the heart is deceitful above all things and desperately wicked. Who can understand it? Who can know it? So, friends, we must be certain that we are looking out for these dangers, for these pitfalls in things that happen. And freedom it often leads to that pitfall, that pit of apathy. Other things, as I mentioned in the last video. Honor often leads to that pit of pride. And again, I spoke of how that could be in that video. But this pit of jealousy, jealousy, you might say, jealousy often leads to a pit of obsession. It is just a trap that can lead to strained or broken relationships, and it has in so many. And it's even often seen and pictured as the green-eyed monster. Now, I looked that up, and that's actually something that they think probably originated with William Shakespeare in his play Othello. And it is from a quote there, which you can find online, and it says, "Oh, beware, my lord, of jealousy. It is the green-eyed monster, which doth mock the meat it feeds on." Now, of course, jealousy is a word that is used in different ways, and it's most often expressed in relationships, and especially in romantic relationships. The fear and the anger and the distrust that can come, that grows and causes even couples to break up, or families to not talk to each other because of things that they are jealous about another. Even if there's not really a big deal or something to warrant it, jealousy becomes that obsession. And it's just a dangerous thing, so you must be aware of it. It's a similar thing to envy. And the words are sometimes the same underlying word is translated as jealousy and envy, and even a few other things which we may get into in future videos or another video about this. But if you look it up and see the definition of jealousy, you can kind of you can kind of get it into most definitions that I looked up have the word jealousy defined as a state of being jealous. And I don't like those definitions because they use the same root word to define it. And so there's something else to it that can help you understand it. But the dictionary.com definition that I had, I think, gives a pretty good understanding. And as an adjective, jealousy is feeling resentment against someone because of that person's rivalry, success, or advantages, often followed by of. Example, he was jealous of his rich brother. Okay, so when you remain jealous, you must beware because it will hurt your relationships. Now, people are often jealous of family members. People are often jealous of coworkers. At a job, there's often problems that happen there. I can think of examples in my own life that express this. People are often jealous of those who are famous. And you see that coming out in different ways in comments that people make. People are jealous of their spouse. And this happens a lot to break up relationships, as mentioned. And there's another thing that I can relate to, and many of you who watch are probably pastors and or people in ministry, and so you could recognize that there is much jealousy that occurs in religious circles as well. It's sad. I have attended different preachers' meetings and pastors' conferences, and too often there seems to be a tallying of what you're seeing in your ministry, and there is jealousy that comes with people who want to see that same thing, and it's just sad to see that going back and forth as I have over the years. So it's downplaying. A minister might lead to downplaying or ignoring the success of someone, or even fighting against them, and it's just unfortunate that I've seen this a lot. So let's just take a moment to look at a few things in the Bible about jealousy. And as I said again, we're going to have to probably make this another video to really do justice to this subject as I have introduced it here. So there's several different Hebrew words, as I mentioned, and among those words, they're translated like envy, jealous, and even zealous. And so we can talk about that distinction even too going forward. But just here a few to give you an idea of the severity and the danger of jealousy. Listen to Proverbs 27:4. Wrath is cruel, and anger a torrent, but who is able to stand before jealousy? So clearly, it's something that the Bible indicates, and of course, Solomon writing Proverbs would know with the many women that he was involved with, that jealousy was a big deal, and I'm sure he experienced that. Listen to another one from Proverbs 6:34. For jealousy is a husband's fury. Therefore, he will not spare in the day of vengeance. And this is just expressing when a man is jealous of his wife or of what may be happening, he could go very far to try to hurt someone or cause problems there. So again, relationships are where this most comes up. And you even see in that book that is the Song of Songs, an example of jealousy in reference to that relationship. Song of Solomon, chapter 8, verse 6 says this: Set me as a seal upon your heart, as a seal upon your arm, for love is as strong as death, jealousy as cruel as the grave. Its flames are flames of fire, a most vehement flame. So you see, jealousy is very dangerous, and you do not want to get obsessed with this green-eyed monster, as has been said, that will just cause your perspective to be wrong and out of balance as what it should be. So there's much more to consider about jealousy, and I think I will divide this up. You might be thinking about this more, just simply about some of the things. I mean, there's things that talk about, there was an offering under the law, a grain offering of jealousy. We'll mention that in the future. There's things about people provoking the Lord to jealousy. And so that'll also be something I consider as we go forward in another video. So think on this with me, and be sure that you are aware of the danger of jealousy. We don't often talk about this as much, but it's certainly there and you can see it. So hang on with me. Be sure that you like this video and you even share it with others. Get people thinking on this subject. And hit the notification bell so you'll be ready when I release another video as God leads, and even discussing some more of these things about jealousy.